welcome to the incredible Lund, BC. My buddy Terrence is the one that told me to come here, and whew, am I glad he ever did. Walking down the little pathway back there, as you've seen, I ran into this bead lady. She makes these glass bead things, and also this bracelet is made out of bone. Yeah, well, bone and wood. So freaking cool. Anyway, guys, I already showed you lots of B-roll of this place. Ooh, so amazing. Anyway, let's go cruise around and see what else is in this little tiny town. I've been trying to think of like the right way to word this area and this place. You've heard me say this before, when I hit a place, it's got an energy and a good vibe and this positive feeling. This place doesn't have that. It's got this gentle feeling. People are calm and they're quiet and no rush. And, you know, places like just, sometimes they feel like they vibrate. Not this one. This one is like gentle. That's probably the only word I could even think. It might be a weird way to describe an area, but this whole section, since I've been here, has this gentle, like loving and welcoming feeling. It's something like I've never ever felt before. Usually I feel excitement and energy and just like, whoa, I feel so good. Here, it's like all the tension is just gone. The vibe might be chill, but the weather out here is sure is not. It's a freaking scorcher outside today. So let's talk about what it's like living in a van in the summertime. Is it unbearably hot? The answer to that is no. The van is not overly hot at night when you need it to be cool, because during the day, much like I am now, the side doors of the van are always open to something epic and beautiful, because that's what van life is all about. It's all about parking your home somewhere beautiful, opening up all the doors, letting the air and the sunshine in. Come on, man, that's my view from inside of my house. Yeah, $1 million view for freaking free. So why wouldn't you leave your van open all the time? Nighttime, I do have air conditioning in my van, so usually at night, if it's a hot, warm night, I will let my AC run with the things blasting into the back of the van to drop the temperature of the van down before we curl up and go to bed. Another way I deal with the heat is sometimes I'll back myself into some shrubs or some trees, and you guys have seen me do this before. I'll open up my back doors and I will shut them on each other like that, giving me a nice huge air gap. And if I back myself into some shrubs, most of the time you can't even see that my doors are even open. I've also done that a few times with the side doors of my van, where I'll pull up nice and close to like a nice big tall row of shrubs, and I'll pop my side doors open as well, creating a nice little airflow. It's nice because you got, same as a back door, the air can flow through the bottom, flow through the top. You know, it creates, you know, a pretty nice little breeze sometimes. There's only been maybe, I'm gonna guess in total, 5 times since I've been in the van where I've had to actually crack the side door or the back door because it was getting super warm in the van at night. Like I said, I do have air conditioning, so if it does get a little hot sometimes, I can start the van, let it run for 5 minutes, it'll drop it down so it's comfortable and I can go back to bed. So that's always an option. I don't have a roof vent in my van, and this is a touchy subject because everybody's like, you have to. So I've been in my van for 10 months now with no roof vent. And I think the only time I've ever really felt the want for one has been now that the weather's getting a little warmer. So I'll be putting a battery in my van coming up pretty soon after my debt's gone. At that point, I think adding a fan or something like that is going to be my next step. I'm probably going to end up going with a indoor fan. I'll probably end up going with a Easy Breeze or whatever breeze, something it's called. I've noticed that a lot of van life people that have roof vents also have one of those fans. Here's the thing, I've talked to way too many van dwellers that said the roof vent is great for just taking that stuffiness out. It doesn't really drop the temperature, and it doesn't really create a whole lot of breeze. Where having the actual fan move some air inside the van, like one of those easy breezy, feezy weezy things, I don't even know what it's called. Having one of those to actually move air on you while you're sleeping. So I'm gonna do that option first. I'm gonna buy the fan because it's cheap, it's only like $100, and use that in my van, mount it at the back of the van so it's blowing nicely across me at night, and use that first before I look into actually cutting a hole in the roof of my van. I've had more people tell me that buying the Max Air or anything like that was a mistake, that they wished they would have just put a skylight in, creating 1, more light in the van, 2, a lot more light because the skylights are a lot bigger, and also giving them an opening skylight so they can get access to stuff that's on the roof. So that's where I kind of draw the thing, because some people say a roof vent is mandatory, but then some people have them in their vans and say it was the biggest $400 mistake they've ever made. I live in Canada, so things are, in the States, those fans are like $250. Up here, those Max Airs are like $480. Nuts. So anyway, now that we got the fan discussion out of the way, just think of me as your guys' guinea pig. I will try out all the different options. Because you watch so many people's channels and they're like, you have to put a fan in. Well, did they live in the van without the fan first? Do they know if that fan really made a difference? So look at it this way. If I were to ever put a roof vent in my van, at least then with me, you know, I got 10 months of experience without it. So I can at least give you an honest answer if that roof vent was epically worth the money. Who knows? But I'm gonna start with the other fan first. Other than that, summertime in the van is super good. Just don't leave your dog in the van because it's not freaking cool at all. Me and my homies spend all of our days together, just me and him. Look at us. He's chilling outside enjoying some sunshine. We're waiting for the sunset here. Hopefully you got some useful information out of this and some of my experiences so far. I am not an expert about anything. This whole van life thing is a freaking experiment. It's an experiment for me, and it will be an experiment for you. No matter how much research you do prior to starting the van, it's gonna be an experiment that you will just have to figure out on your own. Because what works for me may not work for you, and I've even watched other guys' channels and they do things that I'm like, I don't know, I'm not really buying what they're doing. So if you look at my channel from the very beginning, I've done everything outside the box. You know, everybody's like, you have to. I was like, no. I'm gonna do it Chrome's way, which is keep it simple, keep it basic, and just add things to your van as you feel necessary. So my next step is going to be one battery that's coming soon. Then after that will be one of those easy breezy Japanesey Max Air fans. So before we close out this video, if Max Air is watching this and you guys think that Max Air is going to make all the world of difference in my van, my shipping address is in the description. send me a fan and I will tell you guys if you need to buy one of those things or not. So Max Air, I will happily accept a Max Air 7500 fan with the remote. So if you're gonna send me one, send me the brand new one. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Love it that you guys are here. Disco's just passed right out. He has had one heck of a day today. Anyway, I am going to leave you guys with some shots of the sunset, so hopefully it is just as beautiful as this day has been. Stay weird, you guys. See you soon.